can do automatic downloads for me, so I don't have to worry about it. Can you guys back up my stuff?
Sure.
Not downloads, backup, wrong
Right.
word.
Okay.
Yeah, we can help you set up your automatic backups.
Okay.
Yep.
So how about VoIP? Can
Voice
small
over
businesses
IP?
do that, or is that even a good idea for small business?
Well, voice over IP is essentially the technology where you have voice data over a data line, right? A home user can have voice over IP through, everyone's heard of Vonage or
Vonage, yeah,
Magic
sure,
Jack,
sure.
right? Or even Bright House Networks does bundling services now where you can get your data, your phone, and your TV cable line over the same cable line. So voice over IP is not a technology that's just limited to large organizations, but as a small business owner, you want to make sure that you're choosing the plan that best suits your needs. If you
That's smart. Right.
Yeah.
Giving us too much isn't going
Right.
to help me.
Right.
And a lot of small businesses are turned away from, they hear voice over IP, they hear VoIP, they hear all these buzzwords out there, and a lot of people are turned away and think, I can't do that, that's too expensive. Voice over IP, from like Eve said, is just voice over the internet. That's all it is.
Right.
So you've got a little device, so instead of having a phone line coming across copper lines into your building, you've got a little device that actually transmits the voice call over the internet. So you necessarily may not have to switch out your phone system. You can just switch over to a voice over IP provider like Vonage and use your same phone system. Now, in larger scenarios like Daytona Beach State College, they have a phone system that does office-to-office communication, where all the traffic from office to office is over across the data line. And then from there, they have a voice-over IP provider that provides all their long distance and all their local toll calls across the internet connection. So there's multiple layers, and you don't have to have the latest in technology on your phones in order to have voice-over IP.
I guess what I was looking for is the resources, the opportunity, the solutions available for the small guy like there is for the
Right.
big guy. So,
Yes.
for example, if I had a smaller budget, what are some of the things you would recommend that a business should do with a smaller budget?
First off, you've got to have a computer in today's world. You have to have a computer. You have to have, like you said, it's preferable to have a website and email, because that's the way a lot of businesses and a lot of consumers communicate. They don't want to call you up. They just want to shoot you a quick email, maybe text messaging. From there, you've got to have some type of line of business application, whether that be QuickBooks, where you take care of your inventory and everything and you invoice from there, or that could be an insurance application software if you're an insurance company or something like that. You've got to have that line of business application. From there, you've got to make sure that data is backed up. You've got to have multiple layers of protection in there so that somebody doesn't connect into your computer and steal all of your company information. From then you look into mobility through your Salesforce, through mobile phones or laptops, and then you look at housing everything in a server in your location. And then now I've got to look at keeping this server up. I need this server up, and I need it available within 4 hours if something were to happen. Then you look at maybe putting a redundant center in a different location and replicating your data.
Backup for power?
Backup for battery backups, they're almost essential, and now, especially in Florida, you see a lot of power surges. I mean, just sitting in my office, sometimes you'll see the light flicker. Having some type of battery backup that will keep your computer from going down. Surge protectors work great. They keep your computer from frying if there's a surge. Going beyond that, your computer can actually be damaged, and your operating system can actually become corrupt because you had a surge protector. It protected against a surge, but the computer shut down because of that. Well, next time you boot up, you see a lot of error messages and stuff like that, and what are you going to do then? So battery backups will keep your computer going, so the electricity goes out, you can at least continue to work, and then if you notice when it starts beeping, you shut it down and you protect your data.
And I've even heard of programs like vaccination.
Yep.
So I don't even have to receive paper or print paper. When I'm receiving faxes, it's coming into my computer.
Exactly.
So I can read it and save it and store it
Go
without
green
having
and-
all that paper handling.
Right. Exactly.
Go green, go paperless. Exactly.
Right, and I've heard something about the meetings, meeting software. So right now with the cost and everything, people can't afford to travel.
Right.
What are some of the opportunities in like meetings, Go meetings or something? I heard you say. I thought.
Go-to meetings. There's
Microsoft Office Live
Microsoft
Meeting.
Office,
There's different providers out there that can provide those type of solutions. Ultimately, what it is that you're sharing your desktop, or maybe you're sharing a presentation, and you're having people call in to a conference call, and there are multiple conference call vendors out there that allow you to connect in multiple, up to hundreds and even sometimes thousands of people into one location, so you can show them what you're talking about and then hopefully that way you don't have to have people driving all over the country to talk to
Now,
you.
I know some people are hearing this and going, oh my gosh,
So
all
much.
this technology.
Right.
How do I learn how to use it? I mean, that may be the biggest obstacle.
Sure.
Saying, I'd really like to get this. I know it'd be better, but how do I get my staff up to speed to actually use this? And what I've seen in a lot of places is they get up to speed just enough to do what they to use it enough to do what they have to do.
Right.
But they don't learn all of the advantages of it. What do you guys do for that?
Well, like we said, we provide training. Our office in Port Orange has a training facility. We can hold up to 10 people. But another thing that we do is go on site to the customer's office and do consulting. We can sit and watch the person work and make suggestions. One great example of a program that's underutilized is Microsoft Outlook. Everyone knows it's an email program, and they use it to send and receive email. But a lot of people don't use it to, track their appointments, track their tasks. People don't know that you can take an email message and drag it right into your tasks folder and create a task for yourself.
Right. And I've got it connected to my phone.
Exactly.
Right.
So I've got my tasks, my appointments,
Right.
my calendar. Someone says, "Can we meet?"
You
Pull up
pull
my
up your
phone and
smartphone.
Yeah.
Exactly. So training is key. When you buy a new software, a lot of software providers will give you a certain number of hours of training, or they'll provide free online training videos for you, or some companies will provide so many hours of service after you purchase the software. Like you said, that'll take you to a certain point. It'll get the software up and running, but then you're kind of left in limbo. Training is a huge, huge benefit to a company
And there's
that wants
ongoing
to
support.
Exactly.
So you learn so much in the class, and you get it going.
Right.
Now you're ready to go to another level. You have advanced
Right.
programs and things like that.
Of course. Of course. One-on-one training. We provide classroom-sized training classes. We can even do webinars if you need to.
Okay, now we're getting a lot of mobility, like I was talking
Right.
about. Can you tell me what kind of technology helps people, because they're outside of the four walls of the office?
Right.
It used to be great when your file door's right here, and your assistant's right there, and everything's there. But now you're out and about a lot.
Right.
Mobility-wise, what's available?
There's different. First and foremost, it's a cell phone, mobile phone, smartphones, if you will. There are different levels. There's different variations of that. There's the iPhone, which everybody's heard of. There's the BlackBerries, which everybody's heard of, and then there's also Windows mobile devices. These devices allow you to connect not only to when people call you, but they also connect to your email and to your calendars and to your contacts to make sure that you're always up to date and always ready to meet your customers' needs.
So you can be always available, but you can also have all your files, your
Right.
connection, any information you need. You ask for a
Right.
quote.
Exactly.
I can
Pull
pull
it
up
up.
the price sheet right there on the thing and give you the prices.
Send your sale in. We can even shut down our service from our mobile phones.
Great. Well, Eve and TJ, thank you for joining our show and sharing the business opportunities of using technology. For business training or planning assistance, visit your local SBDC or www.floridasbdc.com. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week on the Small Business Hotline. See, didn't that go quick?
Yeah.